Hey, it is Kenny from Kenny's Audiophile Record Reviews. Thank you very much for viewing my channel. Please like and subscribe. I sincerely appreciate that. In this video, I'm going to talk about mono versus stereo. I did a video on that January 2023. We're in June 2023. I did a video back then, and I said how much more I enjoyed stereo over mono, because I said during that video it's more three-dimensional, more holographic, more, spread out, whereas mono is more centrally located. And I did not like mono. I shouldn't say I did not like mono. I should say I enjoyed stereo much more than mono because of that. And I did another video after that saying that I had planned to buy a mono cartridge to give mono its fair shot, to try it out. A lot of people said in the comments during that mono versus stereo video, I shouldn't say a lot, but I think a small amount said, in order to listen to mono in its true form, you have to have a mono cartridge. A stereo cartridge does not give mono its just due. So for the longest, I had planned to buy a mono cartridge. And I just did. I purchased this Audio Technica AT33 mono cartridge. It just recently arrived. I have it set up. And I just wanted something inexpensive, at least at the moment. And then I thought, if I really like this mono cartridge, and maybe sometime next year, I'll step it up a bit and buy something even better than this one. But I wanted to try something inexpensive to actually see what all these mono lovers were talking about. And I'm gonna show you the setup of my cartridge on my turntable. But I'm gonna have an opinion for those people out there who suggested I get a mono cartridge or try mono in its proper form. I have an opinion for you, and have something for you in the second half of this video. So you might want to stay watching for that one. I have some words for you. But I'm gonna show you the setup on my the cartridge setup on my Technics SP15 turntable, and then we'll get back to my commentary. Okay, my Audio Technica AT33 mono cartridge was installed on my Technics SP15 turntable. I love this direct drive turntable. And the cartridge is currently installed. Here's the cartridge right here. And it's going to be compared to my Riga P8 stereo setup with a FETA 3 cartridge. And the phono stage is my West 0.20 phono stage. That's going to be the phono stage during this listening comparison. I've listened to several records already with my brand new Audio Technica AT33 mono cartridge, but the record of concentration during this video will be the Miles Davis mono Sketches of Spain. I plan to give it another thorough cleaning on my brand new Humming Guru ultrasonic cleaner I bought several weeks ago. After cleaning, put in a brand new mobile fidelity sleeve, go back to my music room, and I'm going to compare listening to this record on my Audio Technica AT33 mono cartridge and my Riga FETA 3 cartridge, and we'll see what the results are. Okay, now we're back. By the way, when I was selecting this Audio Technica AT33 mono, it was between this and Ortofon has a 2M mono, and I chose this one. This had pretty good user reviews online. This was I think at least 125 less than the Ortofon 2M mono. And this got pretty good user reviews online. So I thought I'd give this my initial, be my initial plunge into the mono world of mono cartridges. So Audio-Technica AT33 mono was my cartridge of choice. In this experience of listening to these, I listened to a few mono records, and I give an opinion. As I already stated, I'm using this Miles Davis Kind of Blue 6-eye mono record. It's one of my favorite records. And what I'm comparing, and like I said earlier, what I'm comparing this Audio-Technica cartridge with is a Riga, a FETA 3 cartridge. To give you some perspective, this costs, like I said, $300. You might be able to find it cheaper somewhere, but I paid $300 for this one. The FETA 3 Riga cartridge, brand new now, costs approximately $2,200. Just to give you some price perspective of the two cartridges. The Riga FETA 3 cartridge, which is a stereo cartridge, costs approximately $2,200 now, and the Audio-Technica AT33 mono is approximately $300. Now I'm gonna give you my opinion on listening to this Miles Davis album in mono and a few other records too. I give an opinion on at least one other. Now, when I first played this, and like I said, I'm having an opinion for you out there who suggested that I'm listening to music improperly, listen to mono records on a stereo cartridge. I have an opinion for you and a word for you. But when I first started listening to this Miles Davis mono Sketches of Spain on this Audio-Technica cartridge, I was initially surprised and initially shocked that how detailed it was and how much more dimensional it was, and that narrow sound stage that I was used to was more expanded. Now I went back and forth doing listening tests between the two turntables, my Technics SP15 turntable with the Audio-Technica AT33 mono cartridge and a Riga P8 turntable with my FETA 3 cartridge. I went back and forth, and here's what I found. I found that listening to the mono records on this mono cartridge, it expanded that narrow soundstage I was used to. It widened it. It made it more detailed. It made it more dimensional. It made it more realistic. It made it Miles Davis, when I was comparing the two cartridges, the two turntables, the stereo cartridges, the mono cartridge, with the mono cartridge, Miles Davis was more like in the room, more in your face. And I enjoyed it a lot more. Like I say, it was more dimensional. It just made it more enjoyable to the point. I was listening to my favorite song on this record. It's called Solea or Solea. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that name of that song. And when listening to that song, I forgot I was with the mono cartridge. I forgot I was listening to a mono cartridge. It sounded more dimensional and more. There was more depth, more realism, and like I said, Miles Davis was more in your face. And I forgot I was listening to a mono recording. It almost sounded like not quite sounded like a stereo recording to me. Not quite. But to me, using the mono cartridge opened up the detail and the depth and dimension of these mono recordings to a point where I think next year, when money frees itself up, because a lot of my money this year is going towards some of these expensive box sets that are coming out. But I think next year I might invest in a better mono cartridge. That's how much I enjoyed this one and have been enjoying this mono cartridge. Now, this mono cartridge is played on my system, on my turntable, on my speakers, use my amp. So results may vary. If you were around buying one of these, you might have different results. That's just my results on my system. But I was blown away in terms of how mono sounds or could sound. It was amazing. I also listened to this Chris Connor record. I love Chris Connor, a fabulous jazz vocalist who doesn't get the props she deserves, this sister right here. And this has some moderate scratches on it. I say it's in VG condition. When I played it on my Riga P8 turntable with a Feather 3 cartridge, it got to one point where it skipped a little bit. There's a moderate scratch on there and it skipped. When I played it on my SP15 turntable with the AT33 mono cartridge, it played all the way through without skipping. So I think the mono cartridge on mono records tracks the grooves better, and there's less distortion and noise also. So I'm highly impressed with this mono cartridge. I guess I'm a mono fan now. Now, let me say this though. I still think stereo sounds better. There's more depth, dimension, and soundstage to me. But with this mono cartridge, it makes mono more enjoyable. Like I said, stereo I enjoy better because stereo you see things or hear things more in a three-dimensional sound space. You can see things move back and forth in the three-dimensional sound space, and it's better and more grand to me. But like I said, the mono cartridge makes mono records far more enjoyable, and I love it, to be honest with you. Now, for those of you who suggested I buy this cartridge, or I should not be judging mono records on a stereo cartridge, here's what I have for you. You're 100% correct. And thank you very much. I sincerely appreciate that. Thank you. But at any rate, thank you. Please leave your comments about stereo mono cartridges in the comment section below. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much for viewing my video. God bless, strong love, and peace to all.